You guys, DockTalk number 2. I'm here. I said I'd be here. Another beautiful day. I told you I was going to do this every day, and I'm going to do it. I said I'd do it, and I'll stick to my word. When I graduated paramedic school, I had a friend of mine say, "Damn, Mike, every time you say you're going to do something or you commit to doing something, you do it." Said I was going to go in the Army. I went in the Army. Said I was going to go to college. Got a degree as a registered nurse. Said I was become a firefighter. Became a firefighter. Said I was going to go to PA school. Got into PA school. Said I was going to learn how to count cards at blackjack. Learned how to count cards at blackjack. To me, it doesn't seem like that's too rare or too abnormal. But I guess some people, it kind of caught them by surprise. When asked why I do so much shit, the answer is really I just like working. On top of that, though, the way that I get so much shit done is I have a daily process or daily habits that allow me to be successful. And I know in my life, whenever things are off or not running smooth or I feel unorganized, the first thing I need to do is look at my daily habits and say, damn, what the fuck am I doing with my life, right? And I had a moment like that just a few months back. Things had kind of gotten away from me. I was getting lazy. I was looking towards vices to make myself feel better, when ultimately the reason why I wasn't feeling good is because I wasn't living good. I wasn't living good to myself. My self-talk was terrible. Well, why was my self-talk terrible? Well, because I fucking deserved it. I was not living the way that my conscience was telling me to live. And when you're not congruent with your conscience, you're gonna feel like shit. I've had some messages since posting videos yesterday, and I appreciate everybody that reached out. A couple people were asking me about diet, about exercise, about mindset, health, and I would say that a majority of people, if not everyone, they already have within them what they need to be successful. What I did when I was young, again, growing up most of my life without a father figure, I was kind of late to the game to figure out who I was as a man and had some hurdles to overcome. But once I figured out a process and figured out who I wanted to become, I was able to pursue habits and paths that led me to that. But you have to have an end destination. One of the things that I do on a regular basis is I think about what is the best version of Mike. Like, what is Mike 10.0? What is, when I picture what do I want to be, who do I want to be from, what am I going to look like, what's my demeanor, what's my stance, what clothes am I wearing, how do I speak to people, how's my temperament, how's my physical fitness, how's my diet. All of those things I write down on a piece of paper. I say, damn, this is my 10.0 self. This is my best self. And I make a plan to do that, and I do it. At an early age, I started getting tattoos. I just liked tattoos when I was young. I started working out when I was 15, 16 years old. Everyone that grew up in Olympia, you remember the old Gold's Gym downtown on Plum Street. I was driving there on Friday nights. I was driving there on the weekends. I was driving there after school. I wanted to be jacked. I made a plan and I did it. I understand that my life is a little bit different than most people's because I don't have kids, I'm not married, and I have more time than a lot of other people do to pursue the things that I want to pursue. And that's not by accident, that's by design. A lot of it is that I am kind of a workaholic. A lot of it was growing up a lot without per se. I wanted to make sure that I had everything in place before I took those steps to get married and have a family. I would say that even though someone has a lot of things going in their lives, like a daily routine that they need to do with their kids, their school, their job. All these things are within your control to make it how you want to be. And the point of that is, when I'm asked what motivates me to accomplish so many goals, and again, I just think they're regular type shit that I've done, but when I'm asked about it, I had to reflect and say, well, fuck. The first thing is, I know it's only up to me. Anytime in my life I'm blaming someone else for my situation, I'm wrong, because I'm the one that's controlling my life. If there's a problem in my life and I want to put the blame on someone else, for example, well, I didn't get into this school because this person in the interview panel didn't like me, or I didn't get this job because I was late to the interview because of traffic, some bullshit excuses like that, or I'm not in shape because I have, a job that is early and I have kids to attend to. Those are all legitimate excuses. They are truly legitimate, but at the same time, you've got the power to work your day and prioritize what's important to you. For me, I get up early. Like I said, I'm documenting my life now on the gram per se, because people have been, basically it was brought to my attention that people don't know who I am unless you're in my tight circle or my work friends, right? And I get that, but I wanted to put out there what my life is like, one, so people can see maybe it's going to help somebody one way or another, and two, I've learned some fucking things over the years that I think are helpful things. So number one thing is, I don't really chase end results. I chase feelings that put me in a state of mind that I want to be. I've done that my whole life. I used to do it with alcohol. If I wasn't happy, if things were going well, if I was feeling stressed, oh, let's have a drink. Let's go out and drink. Let's meet someone for drinks. Let's go meet for drinks and talk about our problems. And that does relieve some temporary unhappiness, but that it's just a vice. The way I define a vice is something that gives you immediate gratification, but then you regret it later, right? No one's gone out and had a bender and then woke up the next day feeling like shit and going, God damn, I'm so glad I spent $300 and had this massive headache in the morning.